Shaw brothers, from what I've heard, there were three brothers. The eldest was Randi, Run Me, and the youngest Run Run. I think Run Run is still 100 over and still alive in Shanghai. They are Shanghainese and they came to Singapore. The story I've heard anecdotally and I think more or less factually is that the two younger brothers came to Singapore armed with nothing more than a projector. And they went around showing cinemas at makeshift tents. There were no theatres to talk of in those days. This must have been in the early or mid-30s. That they would go from estate to estate with nothing but this projector and show it up. And wherever in all the estates, there was usually a large Indian contingent of labourers for whom the cinema was a form of escapism from the daily life.
I used to have a friend who lived just opposite the Kembangan MRT station and Jalan Masjid there. It was a kampung at that time. And every night, after dinner, the whole kampung would just carry stools and chairs and all that to a field there, where they roughly enclosed with some fencing, and we paid 10 cents. And we saw pictures which had been shown many times elsewhere. It was really an interesting place to go to. Unlike the cinema where you have behaved, there the children would be running around, the mothers would sometimes beat them, they would cry, but they would sometimes urinate even from there. It's open field.
Yeah, when I was a boy, I lived in Emerald Hill. At the bottom of the Emerald Hill, Orchard Road, there was a Pavilion Cinema. Mm-hmm. It specialized in British films for the British colonials. Before the show, they had live music by two musicians, a pianist and a violinist, who played just below the screen. Before or after the show, we all had to stand up for the British national anthem, God Save the Queen. During the occupation, of course, in the beginning there were some American films, and after that, no more American films. And I did not go to the cinema because at that time the Japanese were just snatching young men off the roads, taking them to Thailand and all that. So my father did not allow me to go out. He listened to the Voice of America and informed us that Japan had surrendered. So then we were very lucky that none of us were harmed.
I can remember at that time films are mostly shown at the Marlborough, which is on Beach Road. The Alhambra and Marlborough were side by side.
Alhambra Theatre was built by my grandfather. His name is Tan Cheng Ki. Now when I was small, I can't even understand what the word Alhambra means. So we've been just using the words Alhambra, Alhambra, Alhambra. In later part, then I realized that this refers to the gardens in Spain. And when I realized, I said, what? Why did they name a theatre after that word that we can't even pronounce? So the theatre was built by him. And he started the first film, silent movie.
Anakku Sazali, and that was really nostalgic for me because the song that P. Ramlee sang to his baby son was special because I remember my mom playing that song, I think on the radio or something. I don't even know why she had that, but it sort of lingered for me. And at that time, because I had just had my baby as well, it sort of brought back memories of when I was a child. And of course, because that particular song was about the character singing to his son Sazali. So it was beautiful, it was a beautiful tune, very haunting, and I think it just lingered for a long, long time. And I remember playing that piece of music to my son again, and we sang it together amazingly because, and even though it was in Malay, you kind of connected with it. We didn't quite understand fully all the whole meaning of it, but it didn't matter. And so that film for me, I guess, is kind of special.
Well, when I was small, I enjoyed looking at the horror movies. I think it's been produced by Kathy Chris. And one of the movies I remember vividly is this Orang Minyak, the oily man. It's so frightening to see it over the movies about this man, oil himself and goes around and steal things and then run away, and people can't catch him because his whole body is oil. Now, besides that, other movie that I like also is the Pontianak, which is this frightening lady that will not disturb people in the night. So those are my favorite movies of that time.